If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 30 of the Career Mode RTG here on FIFA 16. Today we'll be having a look at a season roundup for the first year in this particular series. As you can see, we finished third in the league. If you missed yesterday's episodes, then definitely check them out before watching this season roundup so that you don't spoil anything for yourselves. So I'll give you 20 seconds to go and do that whilst we explain that today we'll be just having a look at how we got into the competitions we were involved in, have a look at how things went down in the major competitions around Europe, and then have a final squad report for the season to see who grew and who did what effectively throughout the year. Now, the seasons or the competitions that we were involved in, we obviously finished third in the championship, and we were victorious in the playoffs over Hull City in the final. Manchester City won the FA Cup. Who won the Capital One Cup? Crystal Palace won the Capital One Cup. There's a turn up for the books. Didn't expect a result like that. There's our confirmation of promotion into the Barclays Premier League with a 2-0 win over Hull City. We also won the pre-season tournament we were involved in, but that wasn't too difficult. The Champions League was won by Bayern Munich. No real surprises there, although perhaps a slight surprise that PSG made the final. I think that's the first time they've been in the final of a Champions League for a very long time. Arsenal won the Europa League by a 1-0 over Wolfsburg, so congratulations to them. Euro 2016 has just started, but nothing really concrete has gotten underway in that particular competition yet, so we're not really too fussed about having a look at that. Let's have a quick look at who won the Barclays Premier League and the other big leagues around Europe. Chelsea win the BPL with 100 points, a 19-point gap to Arsenal in second. Is that a record number of points, I think, for the Barclays Premier League in its current state of 20 teams and 38 games played? I believe it is. I think the previous highest total was like 97, wasn't it? I think. Might be incorrect, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. They only conceded 23 goals in 38 games. That is ridiculous. Crystal Palace, Watford and Bournemouth have been relegated, so despite us getting promoted into the BPL, we won't be playing those teams in the second season. Out of curiosity, just want to see how Cambridge got on, and they finished 9th. Fair enough. Not really overly impressive, but PSG win Liga by 2 points from Marseille and Saint-Etienne, who actually draw level on points on 79, and then Lyon and Monaco both draw level on points on 73. Bayern Munich win the Bundesliga, no shock there, nor is there a shock that Dortmund are second. Leverkusen and Wolfsburg round out the top four, which again is rather unsurprising for that division. Roma win Serie A though, which is not necessarily a shock, but it's different to what we've expected in the past few years, where Juventus just run away with the title every single season. Lazio up in third, that is a very good result for them. Inter fourth, AC fifth, and Napoli down in sixth. And we'll finally have a quick look at La Liga. Ajax win the Eredivisie, FC Porto win in Portugal, presumably Celtic win in Scotland, yes, no shocks there, and Barcelona win La Liga by 6 points from Real Madrid. And then Valencia in third, which is where we finished actually in the Valencia series, in third with just 2 points less than Real Madrid. So fair enough, that's how things went in the competitions around Europe. We'll have a quick look to see who got top goal scorer for the season. It was Sam Baldock at Brighton, got 21 goals. Joint level terms with Charlie Austin at QPR, who now is joining Borussia Dortmund in the off-season on a pre-contract. We looked at him to sign here at Forest, but unfortunately he'd already signed a pre-contract at Dortmund. Ashley Barnes is there on third. Our highest player is Nelson Oliveira with 17 league goals this season. Are there any other Nottingham Forest players in the top 25? Assomba Longa there in 19th with 12 goals. And I think that's it. Yes, when it comes to assists, Henry Lansbury had 8, but Stuart Downing led the way with 13. Then Clayton Donaldson on 10. Chris Boyd with 8, which is not overly well, I was going to say that's not overly surprising, but it is surprising. This was a phrase I was going for. Sombalonga in 18th with 6 assists. He did well. Goals and assists from him this season, and that rounds that out. Clean sheets. Doris de Vries with 18 clean sheets, completely head and shoulders above the rest. Only Ben Foster came close with 13, then the rest are 12 and 11, etc. So really strong season for us defensively. But how did everyone get on growth-wise this year? We've had a few loan players in, and when it comes to the second season in this series, whenever we get around to it, I might be looking to call back or bring back in a couple of the low players we had this year. Doris de Vries kept 26 clean sheets in 63 games this season. That's how many games. He played every single game for us, and 63, that's exactly how many games we played this season. His stats actually went up a little bit, so that was impressive, considering he's 35 years of age. Eric Lehigh grew a little bit, as did Jack Hobbs, both going up one. Lehigh actually with a couple. He scored a couple of screamers and did very well. Jack Hobbs has grown up one. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more from him, but perhaps considering he's 27, then you know we can't really expect too much more. Olivier Bichali, we trained a lot in the training function, and he's grown up 6 to 75, now valued at almost 4 million, and we paid 1, so real huge turnaround on the investment there. 1 goal and 2 assists for him. Daniel Panios actually did pretty well at left back. I'm probably going to look to bring in a new left back and drop him to rotation, but he did do very well, so impressed with him this season. Matt Phillips came in January and did okay for us. Got a couple of assists and scored a goal in the FA Cup, but I believe that was for Queen's Park Rangers, not for us. I think he actually played. No, that must have been for us in the FA Cup. Must have been for us, because championship sides don't start that competition until January, do they? But no growth for him, which is strange this season. Henry Lansbury up 1 to 74. Probably would have grown more had he not been injured for a little bit, but phenomenal season for him. 11 goals, 10 assists. You can understand why everybody wanted to sign him in January, but he was really, really solid for us. One of the best players we've got at the club right now. Renato Sanchez grew phenomenally well as well. Along with Bashali, we grew him with the training function. 4 goals and 5 assists for him. 19 clean sheets, up 6 to 76 overall at just 18 years of age. Jordan Ives up 2 as well. Really pleased with his growth so far this season. 8 goals and 3 assists for him. The goal, of course, that sealed the playoff final result for us. Andre Gray is up 2 since coming in. He actually only scored 1 goal for us, and he clearly wasn't that prolific for Burnley prior to joining us, which is strange because he's banged goals in real life for whichever club he's played for, whether it be Luton, Brentford or Burnley. Unfortunately, on FIFA, not quite as prolific, but hopefully we can change that in the second season whenever we get around to it. Brett Sombalonga up 3 as well. 14 goals for him in all competitions and 9 assists. So a really strong season for him. Really pleased with his growth as well. Hopefully he can continue to be that good a player for us. Chris Cohen didn't play that as much football as perhaps he would have wanted this season. A lot of those appearances were from the subs bench, but did get 5 goals and 3 assists. I'm not going to move him on because obviously he's a fan favourite at Forest, but he is going to take a back seat. Mahi came in, got 1 goal and 2 assists in his 10 appearances that he made for us since joining the club. Gone up +2 overall, and well, he's gone up by 400% when it comes to his overall value, so that's good. Ali Adnan came in on loan, got 4 goals, 2 assists. I potentially would look into bringing in permanently if we have the funds. Not sure what our transfer budget would be once we hit the Premier League. Tyler Walker grew up 5 this year thanks to the training functionality. He has the potential to get to the mid to late 70s, but I don't know what to make of Tyler Walker. He's a hot prospect in real life, but he's not been that prolific for us. So I'm not sure whether he's one we might let go and look to replace or just keep as a rotation. Sam Byram came in and was very solid for us. Pleased with his performances this season, to be completely honest. Very chuffed with him. Carlo Evasilio grew in importance throughout the season. At the beginning of the year, I wasn't that keen on him, but he scored some important goals and put in some very good performances towards the end of the season that helped us guarantee our final league position. 5 goals and 3 assists for him. Matt Mills will get sold on. He barely played and he's unhappy because he's not playing and he's gone down 1 rating. A couple of youngsters, Ross Durrant, Lacaviti. Joe Gomez will get go back to Liverpool and we won't be bringing him in permanently. Maxwell Cornet scored 5 goals in 13 games. I mean, he probably didn't see as much first-team football as he wanted because he got injured and then we brought in Andre Gray, but still contributed whenever he did play. Evtimov will get moved on. We tried to send him out on loan, but nobody wanted him this season. Jamie Patterson will probably move on as well. Ryan Mendes will go back to Sheffield Wednesday. We will lose him. He didn't really have too much of an impact on proceedings. Nelson Oliveira did. 21 goals in all competitions for him. 7 assists as well. Probably, arguably the best player in the club, alongside Asombalonga and Henry Lansbury. I definitely would be interested in bringing in on a permanent for when we move up into the Premier League. Michael Mancien is up 1 despite being 28 years of age. Andy Reid is now down 2 again. Still dropping in rating, but again, not going to sell him on because he's a fan favourite. Ben Osborne, I probably will move on. He only played 1 game for me this year. George Grant, and then we've just got a couple of loan players, isn't it? Lars Veldwijk, I'll sell him on when he comes back from loan at PEC Zwolle, or PEC Zwolle. And we'll try and raise some extra funds with sales from those players as well. But it was a successful season here in Nottingham Forest for the first year in the CMRTG. If you missed the important big transfer news video, or big career mode news video that went up yesterday, you have to check that video out. It is desperately important that you do. This series, I'll keep the save, but we won't be continuing on for now because of the I keep wanting to say transfer news. It's because we're in the January transfer window in real life. There will be a big career mode changes coming to the channel starting on Saturday. There will be a My Player episode tonight, though. The My Player series will be unaffected, and that will return tonight at 8 PM. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel to ensure you don't miss out on that. Drop this video a like if you enjoyed this series so far. And for now, that's going to be all from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.